Hi and welcome back to Frostpunk. We're in a situation where we're trying to get the hope, well, the hope is full, we're trying to get the discontent down. Research wise, we are researching the bunkhouses, so once that's done we'll be able to upgrade people's housing. Might as well switch the sawmill back on. We've got the steelworks running. Food is an issue. We'll put out two new hunters. Hunting lodges and get that sorted. Public house has been built, that's the discontent reduced drastically. So while they build, we might as well be able to they can stay waiting for the moment, and we might as well speed things along a bit. We need more workers. Let's replace them. And let's reduce them and put that on. And that should give us enough for one. We need bodies. Let's switch that one off for the time being. Sir, a group of amputees are here to see you. They want help in the cookhouse. We don't want them to sit on our arses all day, content with just being kept alive. We can't do hard work anymore, but if we fashion some simple prosthesis out of wood, we can help in the cookhouse and earn our keep. I'm not going to stop them doing that. We do really want to work on prosthetics. We need to get that sorted, and the only way to do that is to get the factory going, get the remainder of the people working out here. Okay, the bunkhouse has been researched. We haven't got enough metal or wood to build any yet. Let's get that hothouse on the go. Let's time progress. Well, that's discontent up because we're lacking food. Got nowhere yet to send that other guy, so we'll leave them. Food is becoming a real issue here. Should have done something more substantial about it earlier on. Okay, they've reached their destination. We found the scientists' notes and they predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What is more troubling, that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There is also not a can of Spam or even a crumb of bread in the pantry. It's obviously they moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. We'll send them to Winterhome and we're going to send them to the coal mine. Actually, before they go back to Winterhome, I want them to come back with their resources. We need that coal desperately. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuations from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly that we knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. So we need to start addressing the people's tent complaints. And if we start changing some of them over to housing, it should waylay that concern. We found an exhausted man at the edge of our city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and that he was the last survivor. Winterhome is dead. Everyone's dead. There's no hope for survival in this accursed wasteland. We're all doomed. We should escape. Those were his last words. The news has shocked everyone in the city, and there were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here. People living normal lives in homes heated by generators, but we're alone. Well, that's our hope taking a massive hit. They're all dead. How we will survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. We must give them purpose. Do we choose faith and spiritual strength, or do we choose order and discipline? I've done order and discipline before, so let's do faith and spiritual strength. And we are going to give them a house of prayer.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
We're going to put one house of prayer on this side. There. Can we build another? No. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They come to try and change your mind. You say that faith will save us. Nonsense. What are we going to pray for? Food? When we start to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Quite possibly. So we've got 15 days to convince them to stay. What we need to do is get that hope up and get that discontent down as quickly as possible. In the meantime, let's move time forward. Okay, this is the sign of bad things.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
We're not going to address that. Discontent's going to rise a chunk. There's not much we can do until we've got some fuel in. Put it there, we might be able to get by. At least we're getting food in now. Got 90 coal, so let's get that generator on. More people are joining the Londoners, there's a surprise. Let's get them back out to Winterhome. That's good news, people are starting to go and visit the church. Let's get that second one up as part of our promise. Okay, we've recouped a bit of hope there. Okay, and we got that hospital open, so Everybody's happy for the moment. Coal is a big problem. Get an emergency shift on that one.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
And see if we can get the necessary amount of coal in to survive.
That's all. The shift is ending.
Right, let's see if we can heat 9 homes. What we need to do is get up there, I think. And if we're able to build another one, we're not. This coal mine was in operation until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but it doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota or filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. Let's only take the stored coal, get them coming back here, and ideally what we would really need to do is get an outpost sorted so we can get that coal coming in. I think that is very searchable. We need to upgrade. Okay, let's see what the scouts got. Explore the area. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. City Chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. Last entry. God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There's no hope. We'll head off to the snow-covered cliff and we'll progress in creating despair. That's the coal we wanted returned to the city now, so let's get that scout out and he can go over here. Send a cleric to go and reassure the people. And we need to do something radical to get some more hope. We will sign a law for evening prayers.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
This is not going good. We need to get that despair down. Okay, we've got a scout here waiting. Let's explore. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Windhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself as absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. We will take those resources, and we're going to get them back pronto as well. Right, so that should allow us now. Yes, we need that outpost desperately to get that coal coming in. This is a fantastic place to leave it, so I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment and don't forget to ring that bell, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.